Oh, my darling friends, how are you? Welcome to the madness. So I hope everyone is doing well. I am as well. I'm doing great. I have a little bit too much action on my face here. I took a little bit of the filter off, but things have been crazy. So let's go in reverse order. Gregopedia, are you alive? Gregopedia is alive. He is still alive, guys. He is not in a GIMP suit or in a GIMP box or anything like that. Gregopedia is alive and kicking. Dorian, they can be collective readings. Leonardo DiCaprio in the house, guys. Leonardo DiCaprio's here. Hello. Loved you in the Basketball Diaries. Very powerful piece. And you keep dating those young gals because why not? If you can, you can. Carol, it's good to see you. Haley, Zephyr, mod with the most. I got Haley, Susan's here. Melissa's here. We've got Dave Murphy in the house. Dave Murphy on the other side of the world holding things down. So we've got Dave Murphy. Gregopedia is still alive. I've got his mouth duct taped shut, but he is still alive. And we are going to keep this to just about an hour, guys. So reason being, I have got to watch the Netflix movie Crash. I've got to watch it. So what have I been up to? So dug my husband out of the containment center that I had him in, apparently, because I'm terrible to my husband. Terrible to him. But so he is out and about. Angus is not competing professionally. Hi, Vic. Angus is not competing professionally this season. he is going to take a break, which I think is wonderful. But the most important thing, this is some weird stuff, guys. I am dog training again. So one of my old associates had an opportunity that opened up, and he didn't want to do it without a partner. And he came back and he asked me if I would partner up with him. And I said yes. So this psychic is going to be back on the beast, working with some dogs. Jane, it's great to see you. Jane, I just got here too. Don't you worry, sweet. Oh boy. And immediately I'm getting a call on Hipsy. I'm literally getting a call on Hipsy right now. I have to reject it. I didn't realize I was still on the app live right now. That was one of the things I was supposed to shut off. So guys, just bear with me while I turn this off. That was actually one of my good clients too. So anyway, we're here to do readings right now for you guys. We are accepting super chats and super stickers, but we also have a donate link on the pinned comment. That is for my PayPal. I was unfortunately stricken with COVID, not last week, the week before. And then poor baby Angus got it after me. It's part of the reasoning for him not doing bushwhackers, because he has missed a great deal of practices with them. So fantastic. Oh, thank you, Susan. Susan's kicking it off strong. So I am going to be watching Crash after this, the movie about what is her name? Mackenzie Shirilla. We are going to read that too. And just because we didn't have our little community here, Dave Murphy too had been stricken with the vid. So he had 105 fever for 3 days. I had 104.3, but I'm going to do the exchange rate and say that Dave and I broke even on this. So we always got to factor in that exchange rate. So let's giddy up, buttercups. We can read about anything you want, your personal stuff, your pop culture stuff, anything like that. I want to remind everybody that my good friend over at the Barnosphere, Barney, we are going to be doing a live relationship show on Thursday. We're going to kick it off this Thursday. We're going to see how it flies. Barney and I both have some interesting experiences in relationships, and we are going to impart that knowledge to you guys. Candace, good to see you on the vertical. Good to see you on the vert. So let's do this, kids. We are going to kick it off with the first thing first. It's Haley's birthday. We all have to sing a little happy birthday. You ready, guys? Let's do it. Sing together. Haley, wishing you an amazing, amazing birthday. I hope you are having a fantastic day. Let's get to some cards, though. Haley, what is the up and down on your next year? So what are the good things that are coming in? What are the good things that are coming in? Thanks for dropping some birthday cakes for Haley. You guys are fantastic. So, Haley, pros and cons. Let's start with those pros. Seven of Pentacles. Look back at the relationships that you actually pulled out of. It's very interesting that we got this. The relationships that you pulled out of, make sure there are no commonalities and repeat events. Sometimes we do get involved with very similar type archetypes or characters, and I want you to be sure that you edit those individuals that need to be edited out of your life. What are the cons for the next year? Four of Wands and the Fool. While you have a little bit of wanderlust, staying at home is actually the better bet for you. So stay at home, stay cool, and just let that wanderlust sit for a little bit. You've got to editorialize. Well, you have to actually underwrite your life a little bit. Got to get rid of the people that are driving you nuts. What kind of magic can we spell with this? Adrian, thank you for saying Happy birthday to Haley. Haley, you're getting happy birthday wishes over on the Vert, too. Just like my good buddy Barney says, we got 1.5 million people watching. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. 1.5 million in the audience. 1.5. Oh, it just dropped down to 1.4. 1.5 million. What kind of magic? 9 of Wands, you're right where you need to be, baby. But some of these people don't belong in the boat with you. You got to let them go. Got to let them go. Shh. Sail on. Sail on. Make sure that you don't hang on to some of these critters that need to move on out of your life. Energetically, it is the better thing for you. So, Haley, I hope that you are having a fantastic birthday. I hope everything's good. Oh, and there's Barney right there. Barney, my relationship partner relationship advice partner. I've got him in here. Barney's one of my mods and he's fantastic. If you're not subscribed to the Barnosphere, why not? You need to get over there and do it. It's good advice. It's good information. And he's got an amazingly sparky community there. Karen, I think I owe you a text message, but if you're just getting here, I went back to dog training in the mornings. I'm doing it part-time and I have been inundated with messages. There we go. Emerly says, good morning, starshine. Hello, Emerly. Haley, you had a brilliant day. That is fantastic. So, guys, make sure you tune into me and Barney. I think we're going to stream it on both of our channels. So I think we'll both be doing it. I'm going to change this view. There we go. We're going to do it like that. We're going to do like this, guys. So who saw the Diddy video? Woo! Did I say that? Barney, I didn't click on the link. I didn't click on it. But yes, I am a busy lady for sure. I've also some other updated stuff. I am currently working on a series of short stories. I'm going to try and launch it by July 1st. It'll be a beach read. And what it is, it's a combination of channeled ghost stories and fiction ghost stories. And you guys are going to have to figure out which ones are channeled and which ones are fiction. But they're going to be nice little tight reads in the spirit of Ray Bradbury's Illustrated Man, Stephen King's Skeleton Crew. I know I'm putting myself in there with the greats, but it's going to be a fun little read. So you guys will like it. I will put it on Amazon Kindle, and if I can offer it a different way for any of the countries that can't dip into that, I will do so. So I'm going to have that out for you guys pretty soon. It's going to be a quick read. But it's a really fun story, a series of stories right now. So there's going to be little sections and I think you guys are really going to enjoy it. So I'll keep you posted on that. Just because I wasn't here, doesn't mean that I wasn't busy, but I did miss you all. So let's get to our next question. Guys, start lining them up. If you do a super chat, I'll be able to see it. Make sure you drop it in there. If you do a donation to PayPal, just let me know, do PP and then do it all in bold and we'll be good to go. Like I said, I had COVID. I'm flat broke right now and it's the beginning of the month. So, bills got to be paid. So help me out. Help me pay these bills. So, all right. We are going to go to our first official question. Susan dropped a question and then she turned around and dropped one of these super chats. Thank you so much. I am going to give you a little bit of applause there. Well, it's going to be more than a little bit of applause. It will be a lot of applause. So thank you very much, Susan. Every super chat, every PayPal is helping the channel stay alive. And it was on a little bit of life support for a while. Hello, 11 Epric Cran. That's hard to say. Hello. Oh, Dave, you're freezing at 48 degrees Fahrenheit? Come on. So what my good friend Susan wants to know, is it true that the Archbishop voided H&M's marriage certificate voided their marriage due to incorrect information on the marriage certificate? Did they do that? Was that done? Is the marriage voided? Oh my. So I think, thank you, Tanya. Tanya's like, what marriage? I think that there is a kernel of truth to this. I think there's a kernel of truth, but I don't think that this is something that was breaking news right now and it happened. I think this is something that already happened. I think there was an issue with that marriage certificate. Perhaps that's why the archbishop was over their house sorting out some things, right? So I think there was an issue with it. There was something wrong. I have a feeling I know what this is. If Meghan Markle wanted to be married as Meghan Markle, that would not be a legal marriage. It wouldn't be, because she's not Meghan Markle. She is Rachel Meghan Markle. So, or Rachel Ragland, depending on who you're listening to. But I think that was possibly the issue. And maybe that was the issue with the birth certificate as well, and why it was changed to the Duchess of Sussex. Say it with me, Sussex. So I think there is some truth to this. I think there was an issue with how it was filled out in the first place, and I think they came back. It was probably she did all those like stupid curly cues on all of her letters. It must have looked so stupid, because she did it by hand. Oh, good lord, good lord. So Tanya, what is that? What Dundee book? Tanya says Dr. Aaron Farley is hosting a headline weekend event as part of the Dundee book. I don't know what that is. And then Tanya laughed. I don't know what this is. So the video you saw this morning said she lied about her birthday. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And you guys know I've been studying astrology this year, but there are astrologers that they will rectify that. Like, it's a specialization within astrology. They'll rectify birth charts, and one of the things is like you kind of reverse engineer the birth chart from events and things that have happened to try and find what the birth date is, or sort some things out. And I am by no means this skilled in astrology, but I wanted to see if I could figure out what year worked better for her, because I think she's closer to my age. I'm going to be 55 in July. I can't even say it. It's stuck in my throat. But I'm going to be, she is Miss Jean Brody. Okay. Oh, Tanya's dropping some information here. So Sunday, June 21st is okay. Tanya, awesome. Thank you very much, dear. Thank you. That's something we're all going to be watching. I think that she kept, wait, Tanya, I'm not sure. Wait, are you talking about Meghan Markle, or are you talking about yourself? I'm very confused. Tanya, help me out. Tanya's on the vert. I don't know what she's saying. She's talking about 53 in August, Mary Queen of Scots. I'm very confused. Yeah, what? All right, Tanya. I am really not sure what you're asking, Doctor. Okay. All right. Yeah, Tanya, I'm sorry. I got confused because you said what marriage, and then you went into your question. Tanya, clarify the question, exactly what you want to know, and more than happy to answer it. Would love a donation to my PayPal, which is pinned at the top, or a super chat, either or. Would love that. This is a paid reading room tonight, guys. Ask me anything, but mama's got to feed these two college kids and her husband. And we got a lawnmower that's deciding not to do anything.
No. That's nothing.
Did it fix?
No, it's only like a $2 part.
Oh, okay. So we need at least $2 to fix our lawnmower.
I'm sorry, it was a $200 repair.
So, and the cats and dogs. We've got all kinds of stuff going on. All right. So. B Bear, get a goat. B Bear says get a goat.
A goat?
A goat.
I think we gotta feed.
No, they eat the grass. That's what we're doing. So let's unpack this a little bit more while we're waiting for more super chats and PayPals to come through. Let's see what we got here. So do we want to try and find out what Meghan Markle's birth year is? What do you say, guys? So I'm going to be 55, and she refers to a lot of stuff that is more my age group. It's absolutely more my age group. So I am very confused when she says things. That Meghan Markle. So we're going to do a little Lenormand here, guys. Little Lenormand. There we go. All right. Ow! Something just bit me. What the hell? Oh, I think I just got stung by a wasp. Yeah. All right. So, I'm going to drop down Susan's question. So, all right. Marriage certificate. Did it have to be redone? All right. There we go. Ooh, the storks over there. We got some storks. So over here, yes, the light into dark, the clouds came to light. So the lie about her date came out, the date of birth. Her attitude was, we're elevated enough above everyone that it doesn't matter. It's none of their business what's going on. Over here, the anchor, this is something that's going to come back and haunt us. And here we need to be kind to the line of succession and the course that we have. And people are going to be doing the math on it and figure out that your date of birth is wrong. Over here, she was pretty annoyed about it. So we're going to take those off here. That was fun. We'll do a little Lenormand dice for those of you that ask, darlings. We'll do a little bit more for those of you who ask. So let's see what's going on here. We got a big one. Isar, congratulations on predicting the lively Baldoni case, that in the end, Baldoni would end up paying in the settlement. He agreed to pay her lawyer's fees. Wondering why they did settle. Woo! Let's do a psychic score, guys. Little psychic score. I'll take it. Thank you. Thank you very much. Psychic ability is on freaking fire. All right, I got to invite somebody over. Oh, for Pete's sake. Why is my computer not working at all? It's not working today, guys. Can you hear me okay? I am in a world of ridiculousness right now. Am I frozen? Can you guys hear me? Give me a thumb up if you can hear me, because I think the audio's fine. Okay. Okay, there we go, guys. Sorry about that. I was a little bit frozen. Let it go. Let it go. Because my system was freezing up. Screen skipped a little. Yeah, I don't know. The internet has been wild over here today. I kept dropping down to like one bar, and I've got like another screen that's stuck up on over here. It's a little nutty. It's a little bit nutty. Okay. All righty then, guys. So let's do this. We are gonna, I just need to do one little thing. And do. All right, there we go. Problem, solution. All right, kids, let's get back to work. So, why did they settle? Why did they settle? So, we're going to look at this two different ways. We're going to look at I did see something come across the news, B-Bear, that she was trying to get him to pay her legal fees. And she did it under the Me Too laws. What a piece of work. All right. So why did she settle? Why did he settle? Agree. Okay. So that's why did they agree? Why did she agree? She knew she couldn't win. King of Wands. Knew she could not win him. Six of Swords. He just wanted to be done with it. He just wanted to be done with it. So what about the money? What about the money? He doesn't care. It's money well spent for him. He can get back to his easy breezy, beautiful cover girl life. What about her? Eight of Pentacles. I'm never going to work again, and I'm going to have to take time out. That's what's going on. Zeph, we're cool. We're cool. That was kind of nutty though, right? We are cool. So, Isar, you're fantastic. Isar, how's everything going in your world? I know I've done a few readings for you. I hope life is good. Hope life is good. Life is wonderful. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. We got some cards jumping out. Isar, this one's for you. This one's for you personally. Emperor, good card. Four of Swords. You know what this says? This says to me, take your seat. And I don't mean like sit down, sucker. What I mean is you need to take your seat of power and stop hiding it behind the screen. You know, this is the Emperor who steps into power, says what they want, does what they want, and gets to work and makes it work for them. That is what makes us a master over our whole life. B-Bear, yes, I did say master. I did say master. So absolutely step into that power. It's not a vigorous stretch, though, for you. It's going to be more of a natural evolution, progression into that control. You know, when we talk about control is like a dirty word for some people. They're like, oh, that's, you know, like, I don't want to be in control. I want to be, you know, where I need to be. I want to be doing all of the good things. But, you know, the truth of the matter is sometimes we have to become very judicious and assertive in our lives at times. And it's something that Greg and I have been practicing of late. We're being much more assertive about things in our world and, you know, kind of taking the bull by the horns. This is you, Isar, taking the bull by the horns and doing the right thing. You've been working toward this. So good for you. Good for you. I hope the rest of your day is magical and fan-freaking-tastic. I really do. So, all right. What else do we got? What else do we got? And thank you for your very generous donation. That is wonderful. I have great people here. Okay. So we've got Karen. Karen. I'm going to use a different deck for a minute, Karen. I'm actually going to use this little mini deck. I've had some angel rose quartz on it. This is from Alicia Wicker. Definitely. Oh boy. Ivan. What are you talking about, Ivan Herlinsky? Over there. What are you talking about? Oh, Oh, you know what? I forgot. I can do little hearts on the supers too. Don't forget, guys, I got the PayPal open too. PayPal donate button is open. It's in the pinned comment. If you want to give the girl a little bit of help. All right. Our doctor's on the right path for Karen's hubby. So I do think that they are on a necessary path. But what I do think is that the aggressiveness of what they are going to do is going to be, it's going to interrupt things a little bit. So, is it the right way? Yes, but they're really going to go pretty aggressive with their treatment. So, this is like if you got a paper cut and they put a tourniquet on kind of thing, but they're trying to really alleviate any issues that may come later. What is it about his lower leg? There's something going on in his lower leg, and I think it's completely separate from the issue that you're asking about. But there's like a strain or sprain or something that's going on in his lower leg, and I'm getting it's on the right leg, and it just feels like that's like painful and a little like irritated, and I want him to like rest it. I don't know if he needs to wrap it or anything like that. I'm not a doctor. I can't really tell you how to treat it. But I know that something feels very odd in there, Karen. I don't know if he like heard it walking up the stairs or walking across the yard or mowing the lawn or whatever he was doing. Greg was just mowing the lawn, broke the lawnmower. No, the lawnmower broke on its own. He didn't break it. But I do want him to tend to that leg and just be a little bit more gentle with it. And not overwork it. So if he says that his calf hurts, like something in like his lower leg, if he says something hurts, he gets Grace to like just kind of sit and put it up. He should just relax and let it rest for a little bit. It doesn't need to be overworked. It just doesn't. It doesn't need to be overworked. So they are on the right path, but I think they're going very aggressively with the malady. What can you do to help with that? Stop him from doing extra stuff. He doesn't need to complicate what's going on with him. Tell him just sit in the chair, be cool, relax, don't do anything. He doesn't have to be a maniac. Things that he can do while sitting and recuperating are going to be really good. So things that he can do with his hands, like I hate to say like Play-Doh or something, but like playing with clay or like little things that he can do, like just right at like a table in front of him are going to be much better. He wants to like get up and go, and he doesn't need to. He just needs to chill out for a little bit, Karen. So, but shoot me a text message. Let me know how we're doing. Penny, it's okay. Don't worry, Penny. We were waiting for you. It's good to see you, Penny. I didn't set this live up earlier. I knew I was going live tonight, but I didn't set it up earlier. I had a lot of stuff going on. Penny, I'm training dogs again. So go figure that one out. It's super fun. Super fun. Get to play with some puppies. So we're going to hold off on getting another one, but playing with some puppies. I know everyone has heard my dog training stories. Lots of dog training stories from my neck of the woods. Oh, for Pete's sake, what is going on with this computer? I seriously, I can't figure out what's going on with it. It's freaking out. Everything's freaking out. Everything is freaking out. All right. Oh, shit. Oh boy. Okay. Guys, my whole system just. All right, guys, please hold. Please hold. We are working on cameras. Sit tight, guys. Sit tight. We are having a technical difficulty. All right, we are still here. Everybody stay put. Don't leave. Don't leave. Don't leave. We are back. We are back. How about that? I told you guys everything was going bananas on here. Oof. I look 15 years older because the filter died off. All right, I'm still going. I'm still going, kids. Still going. All right, let's get the cards up here. All right. So Karen, do me a favor, send me a text because I know you wanted to talk to me anyway. Send me over a text. Bresh Archie. Yes, there is a link at the top. You can either do a super chat, super sticker, or you can do a PayPal. If you do a PayPal donation, drop your question in the chat in all capital letters. It's how we are running things over here. So Karen, thank you so much. You are fantastic. It's so great to see you guys all here. It really is. Thank you for your donation. And we're on to Haley's question. Haley, darling Haley. Let me get back with the live chat up here, guys. Hello, Kath Collins. Good to see you. Good to see you with the little wounded heart there. Hope you're feeling good today. And I'm feeling good. No, tonight is not free reading, sweetie pie. Today is a paid reading room. This is my primary job. I can't say it's my only job anymore. It's my primary job. I just had to pick up other work because it wasn't as lucrative as it needed to be, despite word on the street being that I get $500 an hour. If any of you guys, Dave Murphy, I'm looking at you, want to pay me $500 an hour to tell your future, I will not refuse. So, all right. Will Megan. Oh, I'm going to switch back to the other deck too. I'm going to try and keep it to an hour, guys, but I may stick around a little bit longer. I may stick around a little bit longer. You never know. You never know. It's been a hell of a day at sea, sir. Dave Murphy, $500 check in the mail. That's what I want to hear. You forgot a zero. Oh. All right. So, will Megan return to the UK with Harry in July? This is the question I'm going to ask. Is Megan going to the UK? That's the question we're going to ask. Boom, bada bing. 9 of Wands, exposure all over the place. Tower, she's not going back, guys. She ain't gonna do it. Oh, so actually, wait a minute. I'm gonna say something a little bit different here. Demon Dictator, I hope you're still here. So, 9 of Wands, vulnerability and exposed. Tower moment. Moon, things are exposed. So is that now? Ace of Pentacles, all of the foundations were lies. Queen of Swords, she's a liar. And the 6 of Cups, somebody is going to be hankering for those Bonnie bygone days of pre-marriage. So she's going to be looking back on all of the good stuff that was going on in her world back in the day when she was the belle of the ball. Guys, I got to fix this. I got to take this off. Come on. Oh my God. I look terrible right now. I don't even have that much makeup on and my filter is totally gone. So she's going to be hankering for those Bonnie bygone days. Guys, if we're hearing about the possibility of her lying on her birth date and the marriage certificate, that potentially has some interesting repercussions. Is Harry coming to the UK in July? Is he coming? Because I don't know about that. I don't know about that, guys. I don't know about that. And remember, when we're soothsaying like this, anything can change at any minute. Free will gets in the way. Something in the way. She moves me. Don't want to leave you now. I don't want to leave you now. Is Harry coming to the UK in July? Lovers, guys. What are the lovers? What are the lovers in tarot? So lovers are, for me, they always come out as business contracts. They always come out as agreements and things like that. And these are business agreements that he is coming to. He is going to work out some business agreements. Does it have to do with Invictus? Yes, it does have to do with Invictus. And also the Empress is Diana. Ooh, so let me some Diana stuff here. Is he coming stag? 6 of Wands, 7 of Pentacles. He's not allowed to bring Meghan back to the UK. He's not allowed to bring her back there. He can't. He's not allowed. You're not invited, NFI. She's not invited. I think that they just said, no, block her at the airport. I mean, you can do that. 41 people in the chat. Smash that like button, shoulder bump it, punch it in the face, whatever you got to do. Do it. If I said that on TikTok, I would be shut down immediately. You know how I know that? Because my new gossip partner, the Barnosphere, Mr. Barney over there, Barney said that Nina Simone was ugly, and my live got immediately ended on TikTok. It's a much safer place over here on YouTube. So, yeah, he's not allowed to bring her. So the UK, you guys are lucky. We're glad you're taking your dopey prince back for a little bit. Dave said they won't even let her in the Windsor wing at the Windsor Lounge at Heathrow. Yeah. I think they let her the last time, but this time not so much. So Haley, I'm going to say no. I don't think she's coming back to the UK. I think Harry's going. I think he's going to work out some details. So, Demon Dictator. Let me jump on you just for 1 second. Demon Dictator, you were looking for a job. So, oh, no doubt Invictus was like, please don't bring her. We can't afford her. All right, Demon Dictator, let's see about work for you, my darling. Send me a WhatsApp too. So I want to do this. I want to do this quietly. Emily. I know. I took such a hiatus, didn't I? But Mama got to get back to work. I was having problems finding time where I could have my lives. Everybody was going live at the same time. It was like a huge umstropping. Becky, you know that word, umstropping. It means traffic jam. It's the only word I know in Flemish, umstropping. So, huh?
That's German.
Well, Flemish is kind of like a combination of Dutch, German, and French. I like Flemish.
Schmetterling.
That is definitely German. Mittelschmerz. Oh, Demon Dictator. Yeah, send me a WhatsApp because we'll coordinate for tomorrow. We'll have a little sit down, me and you. WhatsApp me. And we'll chit chat tomorrow privately. Get you sorted out. You're my girl. Get you taken care of. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, man? You know what I'm saying? So, all right. Demon Dictator. Not yet. Work's not coming yet. Why not? What's the hold up there? The moon, it's your eye like a big pizza pie. That's amore. All right. So there are hidden things that are in your way. And the Four of Cups is almost like you're overshooting what you need to do. The position that you need to get. This is one of those situations where you kind of have to, it's like giving birth, like you have to relax a little bit so that the baby can get out. And this, I feel like you're kind of tangled up. It feels like you've got a pencil that's got a rubber band wrapped around it a million times. That's literally the image that I'm getting in my head, which is absolutely insane. So this absolutely, I think you're aiming a little bit beyond what you actually need to get. Because it's almost like the positions that you're applying for are going to be too taxing. They're going to be too exhausting. They're just going to take too much out of you. So I think dial back a little. Nobody wants to go for like a title that's below the title that they had. I know some of you in the chat, we've all talked about this. You don't want to aim for below the title that you had, but I think this actually gives you an opportunity to relax and ease back into that work vibe. Over here, the things that are working against you. Hello from Turkey. It is good to see you here from Turkey. You are up very, very late, though. Why are you so up late? So, Death in reverse and the Nine of Pentacles. Safety for you is in not transforming. So, I never want to tell anybody to go back to an ex, but sometimes, hang on, there we go. All right. Sometimes we actually have to go back and get into familiar ground. Let's put it that way. But I'm not saying go back to an ex. I'm saying that there may be some familiar ground that you could get into. So there we go. Bro, like I love Turkish food too. Turkish food. Is the place right up the street, Greg, Turkish? That is Turkish, right?
What street?
The one that your sister took us to. Isn't that Turkish food over there?
The Istanbul Bay?
Yeah.
Yes.
It is. Yes. Istanbul was Constantinople, and Istanbul was Constantinople, and Istanbul was Constantinople. So, Demon Dictator, let's chat tomorrow. I'm going to be gone in the morning. But I will blah 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 blah. I will it's now 2:20 a.m. in Turkey. You are up late. What are you doing? You can't sleep? Can't sleep? I'm addicted to those sleepy history channels now, but unfortunately they don't put me to sleep. I wake up. I wake up. Very funny. I was like, oh, woo, how about that? But no, it's great to see you here. I hope you're subscribed. Hit the subscribe button. On Thursdays, I'm going to be doing a show with the Barnosphere, my good friend Barney, who is also one of my mods, and we're going to be giving out relationship advice. So you may be up super late that night and want to tune into that and contribute and hang out. So it'll be super, super fun. All right. So, Demon Dictator, I hope everything is working out for you. And this is, we got a few questions here. All right. Guys are being super generous. I want to thank all of you for being super generous with me. Whoops. Okay. Hang on. So, how is King Charles and Prince William's relationship? Now, this is something that's been in the news for a while, And there's been a lot of speculation. I actually saw today like 3 or 4 articles that came across my screen that said William is pushing Charles out, or William takes the reins. Like, the best managers delegate. The really crappy ones don't. And you really do need to kind of pass out the responsibility. And I think that Charles is acutely aware of his son's ascendance. And I think he wants him to do the best job that he can. And I think he wants to import more of the program that his mother did not with him. So Queen Elizabeth had luncheon meetings with Prince William when he was at school, and she gave him a lot of hands-on coaching that she did not give to Charles because of just the culture in that microculture of the royal family. So now everyone is saying, well, if William wrests the crown from King Charles, oh, he's a terrible son. What is going on behind the scenes? Let's see what's going on behind the scenes. How are these two, monarch and would-be monarch, how are they doing? Now, a lot of people that know a thing or two about tarot would look at that and go, that means that they are in a massive conflict. I disagree. Do you know why I disagree? Hang on, I got to get rid of this. Mute that. I disagree because for me, the 5 of Swords is much more conflict, and the 5 of Wands is more collaboration. So let's see if this is our noun, this will be our verb. Strength in reverse. Patience is not being exercised. So what does that mean? I do think that William is vying for more responsibility. Is William vying for more responsibilities? Yes. And with that Wheel of Fortune in reverse, I do think that he's being very critical of his father's reign. And I think he's being very critical of some of the matters that King Charles is supposed to be addressing in a more robust fashion. Probably Harry. Is it Harry? Absolutely. There he is, the ginger fool. It's Harry. William is saying we need to wipe the slate clean. We need to get rid of all the bad players, and we need to move forward frictionless. I love frictionless processes, and he wants frictionless processes. So I do think that William is vying for more control over the royal family, over the direction of the royal family. Is the king in alignment with this? Is he against it? How does the king feel about this? He is placating. He is placating his son, because the reason why he's doing that is he does not want to quench the fire or quell the fire that is in the next sovereign. And King Charles is trying to act like Queen Elizabeth. He is trying to do that. And is he capable of doing it? Not really. I don't want to say that King Charles is a weak king. I know a lot of people call him a weak king. I don't think that he is a weak king. I think he is a heartful king. And so what does that mean? That means that hang on, sorry guys. That means that he feels more than he enforces. I don't think that he would be a good wartime king if that were the situation. Whoops, sorry about that, guys. So I'm glad that, some would say that the United Kingdom is a little bit at war right now. But Charles is trying to smooth out all of the bed linens. And he's, one of the things that's really difficult, and any of us that are parents and have multiple children or have large families or a lot of pets, you can't make everybody happy. It is impossible to make everybody happy. Elon Musk is doing all these amazing things in technology and progress, and people still have an issue with him. They have an issue with him because he has too many kids. He has an issue with him because he's far too outspoken. They have an issue with him because his mother's beautiful. I mean, there is always going to be someone who has a sour puss. There's always going to be someone who does not want to try. I actually handed a teenager a cup of chocolate gelato that I made homemade yesterday, and they went, "Oh no." And I was like, okay, that's fine. I gave it to the next teenager. It was not one of my teenagers, but what teenager doesn't like chocolate? I said, "Are you allergic?" And that teenager said, "No, I just don't want any." I was like, okay, don't eat it. It's fine. It's not like I handed it to her in a filthy cup, but so I do think that King Charles is not angry with his son. I think William is more frustrated with his son, or William is more frustrated with his father. And King Charles is trying to say, we have to do what we need to do to keep them we have to do what is the polite and nice thing to do. That's what's going on here. So unfortunately. So I think it all boils down to the Harry situation too. Is William's fear? I'm gonna do a little editorial on here, guys. Keep them sweet. That's right, Annette. It's good to see you, Sally. Sally's here. I'm so happy to see you too, Sally. I'll stick around. So, is William worried? Hi, Lady Nim. Oh, it's good to see you. Is William worried that Harry is being brought back to the bosom? He's not worried about Harry being brought back to the bosom in the royal family. What he's actually worried about is the chaos that comes with it. So that part of it is a bit difficult for him. It's not so much the bonfire as the brush fires that are all around. That's the problem. And I think William really is understanding that the family is paramount. I'm sorry, guys. I've got that glare right there. I can't get rid of it. The light is too far ahead of me, too high above. So I do think that Christopher Walken showed up. Christopher Walken is what, Megan? Haley, just clarify that. Everybody say hi to Lady Nim. Lady Nim in the house. The Secret of Nim. I'm going to call you Secret of Nim, lady. William is worried about bad behavior being demonstrated by Harry and it giving the okay to everybody else. So, like, here's an example. Like, you have a family party. All your family comes over to the house, and Uncle Peter doesn't want to take his shoes off when he comes in the house, and everybody else takes their shoes off. But Uncle Peter is old and cranky and really annoying. And so you just say, okay, Peter, it's okay. You can wear your shoes in the house. Like, I get it. You don't want to take your shoes off. You got creepy fungus on your toes or something. And so what happens is everybody starts wearing their shoes in the house. So, that is what William is worried about, that the code of conduct is getting dropped by Harry's bad example. That's what he's worried about. And what is the royal family going to have to deal with in ages to come if this is what we're dealing with? First, we had Princess Margaret running around with rock stars and doing all kinds of stuff and smoking up a storm and drinking at noon. And now we've got Harry acting like a maniac and everybody's going to be acting crazy. Like, it's just going to be cut. Thanks, Zeph. I saw you. Yeah. Hey, Zeph. You're fantastic. You are fantastic, Zeph. Let's give a round of applause for Zeph. Let's do that. I'm gonna do a round of applause for Zeph. Round of applause. And we're gonna do another round of applause for all the other mods in the house. All of the other mods in the house. All the mods that are in the house, follow me. Follow me down. Zeph, take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I never get back. So let's root for the home team. Thank you, Zephyr. You're the tops. You're fantastic, Zeph. Thank you. Thank you. Laura clapping for the mods. So I think Prince William is mostly, to wrap that up, I think Prince William is mostly worried that bad behavior begats bad behavior. And so there's going to be more people that get in there and act like idiots. But we got Brolik. Brolik! How are you doing? Здравствуйте. Здравствуйте. My drug. How's New York doing today? You are New York, right? You're the Russian guy in New York. Right? Right? Da, pravda. Let me get back to the live chat so I could see it. All right. Take me out to the ball game. You like that, Jeff? I will sing to you any day. Brolik, I am going to learn a Russian song for you. Because that was one of the things when I was studying Russian, they had songs that they would teach us. They were hymnals and folk songs and things like that. And so I'm going to have to relearn a Russian song for you. I will sing it to you. I will sing it to you, my dear. So, all right, what's coming up for career job fronts? Extra hectic at your current job and what's ahead. So let's look at the current job, and then we're going to look at you and Privyet. Da. Yes, Brooklyn. Oh, no, sleep, tell. All right, so let's look at the current job. Why? Oh, justice. Yikes. Ace of Cups. You know, you're in good company over there. Everybody's a little whacked out over there. Is there a fix for it? The Hierophant. They need better leadership. And unfortunately, better management, better leadership. But what they're going to need is a ball buster. I can't say it any other way. They need a ball buster that is going to get everybody back in line. So if they do get new leadership to come in, it's going to be great for the organization, but it's going to be annoying for the people on the down low. Or on the downline, was what I was trying to say. So but it will get things in order. It would be if you hear that there's going to be a shift of leadership, it'll be a little bit difficult in the interim, but it'll be great in the long run. So don't worry about that. But what about you? What about you? Oh, they just did another merger. It's chaos. Hang on. We're reading on that. Brolik. Hang on. Please hold. How's the merger going to go? I love those mergers. When I worked at the brokerage, that we would buy brokerages, and they'd be like, "Here, take care of this book of business. Here's $8 million. Fix it." Super fun stuff. Super fun. All right. So, how is this merger going to go? Merger's going to even out pretty quickly. And what they're going to do is they're going to get rid of a lot of this chaos. So if you like your job, if you like what you're getting paid, if you're worried about going into the job industry, the job seeking industry, I would stay put. It's going to be a little, yeah, B of A and Merrill. We did it with Wells Fargo. We bought their insurance line or part of their insurance line, brought it over, and it was chaos. It was chaos, man. So, Rolik, how do you land during all this? Okay, so things are going to get better there. Someday, things are going to get easier. Keep an eye out, keep a weather eye out for layoffs. Okay, so this is the good news. If you wind up on the layoff and then they did another one this year. Yeah, they're just kind of skipping they're skipping rocks. They're jumping from one lily pad to the next. If you catch wind of layoffs and packages and things like that going out, jump on it right away, because it'll get you through the summer. If they do a package, like it'll pay you off during the summer. How does it look for you to get another job? You may wind up. Did you ever see the movie Office Space? At the end, the guy left corporate and just went into working in construction, and he was like happy as a clam. You may wind up doing something like that. If there's a layoff, if they start asking people to voluntarily leave, if they start offering packages, consider it. See what they're going to offer you. See if you can negotiate it. Fun fact, one of my friends is an HR director, and when they offer packages, they're often negotiable. You can ask for a little bit more if you really want a little bit more. So you may wind up changing to a different career, not a totally different one, but something a little bit different. So this, I think, is very interesting for you. Do I get any sense of what that is? Hang on, baby. I'm dropping my cards. Russians, Poles, all hard workers. Just saying. Just saying. Germans are hard workers too. Not saying anybody's lazy. Yeah, I think it'll be a good move. Good move if they do that. Jane, Jane, we'll work it out. We'll work it out. What's your question, Jane? Drop your question. You can do super chats if you do supers, but drop your question. Just put it all in caps so I don't miss it. A lot of countries aren't using PayPal and the other pay apps, so it's a little bit bananas. All right. So, Mango Pilar, good to see you. So, what kind of industry is welcoming you? So, that's kind of wild, because this is the Chariot card. I don't want to say it's shady. Want to say it's shady, but it will take you in a direction with some craftier people. I'm not saying you're going to do anything illegal or under the table or anything like that, but you're going to get in the mix with some people that have some interesting backgrounds. There's some interesting history. So one of the things that in my family talk about is, like, if someone goes to jail, we either call it the spa, or if they're really young, they went to college, they went to postgraduate work. Not that like everybody in my life, has everybody in my family's gone to prison. That no one, we do have some people that went to prison, but not a lot. Let's just put it that way. I was not one of them, not yet anyway. But I do think that some of the people that you're going to work with have some colorful backgrounds, which is very interesting, because the the school, the world of education out there is not exclusive to institutions. Let's put it that way, learning institutions. Sometimes we can get an education out on the street. Sometimes we do some interesting things. So Brolic, if you have some friends that have some colorful pasts and they're looking for people to come work with them, chat them up. Chat them up. It's not going to be a shady, sketchy business, but they're going to have some interesting business practices that are going to be to the letter of the law, but enhanced because they kind of understand how it works on the other end of it. So I think that's pretty cool. So pay attention to that. But I think if they start, with the package things, like I think, you want to keep an eye on that. Guys, I've got last question from Mango Pilar, and I'm going to close up those questions for right now. But don't worry, I'm going to come back this week. Mango Pilar, you're on the board. I'm going to read for you. Brolic, fantastic. Guys, any of you, if you want to go a little bit deeper in any of these readings, I am booking at night and on the weekend. So it's like the afternoons. I think my schedule opens up at like 2 p.m. my time. So I tried to make it so the United Kingdom people could get in there. Anybody that's on the other side of the world, New Zealand, Australia, any of those places, Japan, you guys can either pick a Saturday. I do have Saturday hours, and you can also send me an email, fortunecookiestarot@gmail.com, and I will help coordinate. Jane and I did a little coordination to get her on the phone with me. So Jane's over in New Zealand. You can see that in her chat. So let's giddy up, Buttercup. Brolic, keep me posted on what's going on with that. Isar has an interesting question. Being nosy, psychically and with tarot, what is the Princess of Wales like? So I am going to say this. I really like the Princess of Wales. So one of the things, I got you, Jane. I got your question. So Mango Pilar and Jane, you guys are the last two. Thanks, Jane. So I really like the Princess of Wales. So I'm going to let the cards do the talking here. I've got cards to do the talking. So what is she like in person? What is she like? What is she like? Justice, she's very fair, even-handed. So, even with the nicest people, you want them to have a little bit of texture. You want them to have a little bit of friction. You don't want them just to be nice and sugary and bubbly. Yay, I am so happy. That was one of the things. My channel actually had an evolution. At one point, like I was taking the piss out of Harry and Meghan and like making fun of a whole bunch of celebrities. And I was like, oh, I want to do things like a little bit nicer. And so I like went really nice for a while. And then I was like, oh my God, I can't stand myself. My teeth are rotting from all the sugary coming out of my mouth. But she is not as sugary sweet as we think she is. She does rule the roost. Psychically, I am getting that she's the disciplinarian of the children, which I think would surprise a lot of people. And I do think it surprises the royal family as well. I think she's a great example because historically, I think they've allowed staff and hired individuals, counsel to kind of direct the children, nannies, those sorts of things. And I think that she actually takes much more of a hand in the correction of bad behavior in her children and their family. We have seen Louis act up. We know he's a little bit of a handful. He's going to be fun later on. Don't you guys worry about him. What else is she like? Extremely knowledgeable and thoughtful. This does not surprise me. We just had William, who did an interview, and he said sometimes he has to wade through a sea of paperwork Oh, Dave Murphy. I got that from Angus's dad. He would take the piss out of me all the time. I picked up all of my English Scottish isms from him. So, but I do say aluminium because of you. I'm giving you that, Dave. But I will always be an honorary Australian at your service, mate. At your service. So, Catherine is much more, and I think this is editorial, not psychic. I think this is where her and Meghan really crashed into each other. Oh, Cindy, don't worry. I actually owe you a text too. Cindy, I've got so much going on. I'm going bananas. I'm training dogs again in the morning. It's amazing. But you and I need to talk. I'm so sorry, Cindy. I know I've been neglecting you. I've been neglecting a lot of text messages. I have 40 unread text messages in my phone, and I have way more on my WhatsApp. It's really embarrassing. So, and that week of COVID just threw me off. Like I'm so out of sorts from that week of COVID. I practiced my violin yesterday. I did get onto my violin. So, Catherine is much more academic. She is a studier. She will take a subject and turn it over and look at all aspects of it. And this is something that she applies to her patronages and all of her work within the royal family. So I think with her and Meghan, I think Meghan was like, well, why don't we do this? I think this is a good idea. And Catherine would say, it's not a good idea. And these are the reasons why. And I think that's where her and Meghan butted heads. I think Meghan knew she was Dave, this is for you, out of her depth with Princess of Wales, the Princess of Wales. So what else? There is a sadness in her that we don't get to see. There is a little bit of sadness, and I wonder what that is all about. Guys, don't dislike me for saying this. There's a little bit of sadness about this is the life that they have. That they are under the microscope, responsible for so much. She knew what she was getting into, but there are times that she wishes they were just a regular family with just, she knows that they would be a success. Oh, she did want a fourth child. That's right. Yeah. Mango Pilar, I still think that they're going to adopt a kid. I think they're going to take on a ward. Not a baby. I don't think it's going to be a baby, but I think that they are going to take on a ward. And I wonder if that is going to be someone from the Commonwealth. I'm wondering if it's going to be, I don't think they're going to adopt and it's going to be mom and dad, but I think they are going to take on a ward that is someone that they want to uplift because of their circumstances. So watch this space for that, because I do think that they get a fourth child of sorts, but it's more of a ward, like a school age child that is in a circumstance that they need to be cared for. And I think that they're going to do that. It'll be a typically developing child, not a handicapped child or anything like that. And I do think that they are going to receive some skepticism as a result of that. I think people are going to look at it in the way that people looked at Madonna after she started to adopt children from Africa in what looked like she was copying Angelina Jolie. So I think that they are going to do that. And it's really going to be a circumstance that approaches them. It's not going to be something that is done for PR or clout or, oh, look at how wonderful they are. They've opened up their doors. And I do think that Harry and Meghan have talked about it. And so if William and Catherine do that, it's going to take a lot of wind out of their sails, a lot of wind out of Harry and Meghan's sails. So what else is she like? What are some other things about her? Two of Pentacles. She actually has two separate lives. She does have her life in the royal family. Oh, Patrick! Dr. Patrick! Dr. Patrick has come. Hello, Dr. Patrick. I'm so glad that you're here. Thank you. Thank you for showing up. So there's drumming in my kitchen right now. There's drumming going on. So I think she has a life with the royal family, and I think she has a life with her family that is very different. I think she is not as stuffy and not as proper. I think with her family, she really gets to behave in her most natural way, the way that she behaves in her private quarters with William when all of the staff is gone, when all the children have gone to bed, kind of back to that college age girl that she behaves like. So I do think she has two personalities, not a split personality, but two personalities. And 7 of Wands. Mind, I think we may see her do a wobble as she gets a little further into her 40s. I think we see a little bit of a wobble trying to balance out the two different lives that she lives, and the want, that bucolic life, just having a regular family, walking down the street, not having people, adore her. Fun fact, Catherine is going to be adored no matter where she is. She's just one of those people that everybody really, really likes. There's a girl, Greg and I were talking about her. We went to school with her, and her name is Jennifer, and she was one of my friends, like true loves. He didn't marry her, but he just never made the move. And she is one of those people that, like, everybody likes her. She has a name Jennifer. She's really nice. And she's just super, super sweet and super, super nice. Just like you, Mango Pilar, just like you. So I do think that Catherine is going to have a little bit of a mental wobble. A lot of us ladies, when we get to menopause, it does a couple of things. It ramps up your ADHD. It happened for me. And you get just a little bit confused. And I think she may go through a little bit of a wobble. I don't think that any of us are going to see it, though. I think that's going to be well concealed. I think we'll see her doing more outdoor stuff. Right now, her physical fitness is keeping those kinds of changes in check. But I think as she gets closer to menopause, as some of those chemical and hormonal changes happen in her body, she may have a little bit of a wobble. Nothing bad. She'll recover from it. It's not a big deal. She's not going to disappear like she did the last time. But I think that she had a little bit of a mental wobble when she was going through all the sick stuff. So Zeph, I think you're sweet. You're sweet, Zeph. Zeph is like you're like a Sour Patch Kid. So like it's a little woo. It's little at the beginning, and then it's great. You're also like a shot of tequila, though. Like, you're looking at it and you're like, I don't know if I can do that. And then you throw it in your back and you're like, oh my God, I'm gonna die. And then after, you're like, that was great. Let's do another one. Shot of tequila. You are a shot of tequila.
It's like beer.
It's like beer. So, all right. So thank you, Isar, for your donation. Thank you, everybody, for your donations. We're going to go into Mango Pilar. Mango Pilar. We've got our last few questions. Mango Pilar. We've got 2 there. And then we got Jane. Jane in New Zealand. Jane in New Zealand. So you got a job like I predicted on 4/20. And the 4/20 is one of my favorite days. It's going to be 4/20 after I'm done with this live. Are you going to stay? It's a two-parter. Two-pata, guys. Two-pata. All right, everybody put some shots up there for Zeph. Let's put some shots. I'm putting a shot up there for Zeph. Let me see. Where's my shot of tequila? Shot. Oh, no. I got like an actual needle. Cocktail. Let's see. Ooh. Drink. There's no shots anymore. Oh, I guess we can't do a shot. Well, this is not a shot, but that's what it's telling me to. There you go. Oh, yeah, it is a shot. Okay, there you go. I'm going to line them up. Here, round on me, guys. Everybody. Round on me. Round on me. I got you. There you go. Everybody's getting a shot. I think I got us all. There's 39 people in here. Everybody belly up to the bar. Belly up to the bull and bollocks. There you go. Laura's passing out some shots. Got some cocktails. There's a slushy fruit drink there for me. I love those slushy fruit drinks. If I ever go missing, guys, you will find me at a slushy drink shack somewhere where there's good surfing. I'll be the old lady in a bikini. The saggy boobs. Hi, Karen from Massachusetts. Karen, unfortunately, I closed the questions. Because I got to go upstairs and pollute my brain. Sally's dropping some shots. Have a shot. Hang out. I will be back later this week to do some more readings for people. So don't you worry, guys. I'm going to go back to somewhat of a schedule here. Violetta, how are you, my friend? My neighbor. Oh, you got too live only to feel like crap. I hope you don't have COVID. I had COVID 2 weeks ago, and then Angus had it last week. And thank God nobody else in the house got it, because my husband is like Superman. And my daughter never gets sick. Touch wood. Touch wood. So, is Mango Pilar going to stay at the new job? You know what? I could do Wednesday. You want to meet back here tomorrow? Who wants to meet back here tomorrow? We'll meet back here tomorrow. Let's do that. Let's have a live again tomorrow. We'll get back in the groove. Have to do a little stretch before I do it. A little warm up. Don't want to sprain a wrist shuffling these cards. So hopefully not. I hope you don't. Feel better, Violetta. So Karen, you got it. I'll be back here on Wednesday. I'll set the live up when I'm done. So this looks like a no. Violetta, what time are you good? Tell me what time. I'll set it up. I'll do it. You guys drive the channel. You drive the content. Let's do this again tomorrow. Let me see. What time am I going to be home tomorrow? Get along, little doggies. Get along, get along. How about 2 o'clock? 2 o'clock?
I was going to say 2 o'clock.
We're going to say 2 o'clock? So Mango Pilar, you guys discuss what time is going to work well for you guys, and then we'll figure it out. Mango Pilar. So this looks a little iffy. So one of the things here, let's do this. This is what we're going to do. I want to look at the position. Don't be sad. Don't be sad. Don't be sad. Don't be sad. There we go. This looks a little bit better. So I think that they're tomorrow, Wednesday, 3:30. 2 o'clock is good. All right, let's split the difference. We'll do 3 o'clock. Let's do 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock tomorrow. 3 o'clock live. I'm going to block out for 2 hours. And I'll set the live up right after this. And we'll all meet back here. So no more sadness. Yes. So this is what I think is going on. I think that they're going to change some things about what you do there. And that's why we got all those weird cards on the last one. Because I think that they're, finding out that you don't have enough responsibility or your skill set is not being utilized properly. So, 3 o'clock Wednesday, East Coast time. Karen, just I put it in for East Coast time, so that I blocked out from 3 to 5. So hopefully we'll all meet back here from 3 to 5. Zeph, I hope that works for you. Dave, I think it does work for you. Oh no, Dave, it's so early. It is so early. Dave, you just jump in when you get up. But this is not, we're not leaving the position, but the position is changing. When we get the Four of Swords, a lot of the time that Four of Swords can be like a gestation period. Do they like you? Do they like you? Why would they not like you? Yes, they like you. They're seeing great possibility and great work in you. The Empress card, I just said gestation. The Empress, she's pregnant. Look, she's got a little belly. Little belly. She is making things work. So, Sally, 12 noon, good for you? Does it work for you? They do like you. They see a lot of possibility out of you. So what's going to be next over there? What is going to be next over there? Oh, went the wrong way on that. Oh, excellent. Excellent. Karen, you're in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. Massachusetts is a Commonwealth. So is Pennsylvania. I love the Commonwealths in the United States. Big fan of the Commonwealth. So what do you need to do, Mango Pilar, for best results? Watch the people that you partner up with there, okay? Watch, they always say, like, watch who applauds when you win. Watch who doesn't applaud when you win. There's a lot of people that are kind of looking shifty all over the place. They're going back and forth. They're trying to figure out what's going on with everybody else, where everybody else is. And for you, it's really valuable not to align yourself. So if you can insulate yourself, don't be cold and miserable to everybody. But if you can insulate gossipy hens. Yeah. Are they gossiping already? Just insulate yourself from it. So anybody asks you to go to lunch, don't, just say, oh, I'm just going to, grab a yogurt at my desk or whatever you're doing. Mind that. Okay. Because that is going to keep you. Yeah, there we go. Three of Pentacles, Three of Wands. These things you want to stay away from. Drama kills production. Drama kills production. You don't want to get involved in it. What else? After work things, celebrations, tribalism. The Three of Cups is one of my favorite cards because it is about that tribe that you have, your girlfriend tribe, getting together, your ride or dies. Zeph, I'm looking at you, ride or die friends. Be mindful of the ones that are trying to pull you into their circle. Okay. Just be mindful of it. Be kind, be generous. Just say, oh, you know what? I already made plans. I'm so sorry. If you want to do something next week, maybe we can do that. And oops, you have a dentist appointment. You can't go. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. Just really try and insulate yourself from any drama like that without being off-putting, unfortunately. And this is a hard, walk to walk. So just be mindful of it. And I think that leadership at your place of work, let's go into a little bit of psychics. Leadership is aware of the individuals that do engage in those kinds of behaviors. And what they do is they actually like kind of red tag them for, workhorse kind of stuff, no progress, no promotions, those kinds of things. So just be mindful of it because the leadership is watching. They are watching like hawks. And I don't know if it's your actual leadership that's really watching that, kind of watching over the flock, or if it's like the HR rep, because they are really keeping an eye on it. Let me just... Sorry, that was one of my girlfriends. I told her to come watch. Robert Half is... Who's Robert Half? Do I need to pull a card? Robert... Dropped all my cards. Whoop. Whoop, whoop. Robert Half. Oh, your agency. There you go. Yeah. Watching watching and making sure the flock stays calm. He doesn't want a ruffled up flock. No flocks flocking around. So keep an eye on that. So yeah, I do think you're going to be there, but just be cool. We got Jane, and Jane is the last one. Violetta, go rest up, my friend. I will be here and be square tomorrow night. We're going to do this again tomorrow. We're all going to meet here again tomorrow, and I'll have better makeup because I don't have that much makeup on right now. I thought I did. Don't overshare your opinions or personal life. You know, Sally, I up until like well into adulthood, when people said to me at work, like, how are you? I would really tell them, I'm really shitty. I have cramps right now. And I finally learned that you don't have to tell everybody exactly how you're feeling. So is what it is, right? Right. So I'm on watch and wait until September. Success, victory. I don't even want to go much further on that, Jane. Watch and wait. New beginnings. The wait is over. The wait is over. You were with me all the while. And look at that. More new beginnings. Everything. This is a fantastic spread for you, Jane. This is fantastic. We start out with success. Then we get to go forth blamelessly, calmly, beautifully, with blessings. Everything's great. We're going on. You don't have to think about it. You can do it. And here we planted all the seeds and things are going forth. This is a yes spread. Everything is awesome. Awesome stuff that I'm seeing here. So, Jane, I hope that made your day, made mine. Love when I get readings like that. So, all right, boys and girls, I am going to set up the live for tomorrow. We are going to meet back here tomorrow, and we're going to do some more readings. So get your questions ready. Get ready to come back. Maybe I'll just stay on really late tomorrow. I don't have any. Oh, rats. Wait a minute. Okay. We got one more. Guys. I closed the questions, but we got one more. So we're going to do it. How is Emmanuel doing currently? Hello. I am Sharina. Sharina, it's good to see you. Welcome. We're not going anywhere. Everybody sit tight. Don't, Sophie, Ken, everybody. No. You're good, Sharina. Sit tight. Sharina, I got you, baby. I got you. Let no super chat go unread. I got you, baby. I hope you're subscribed. Mango Pilar. You got a little bit scared, but we're good. We're good. Gonna be great. Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of a team. Sophie, we're going to meet up back here tomorrow. What time did I say, kids? We're going to meet up back here 3 o'clock New Jersey time. 3 o'clock New Jersey time. So meet us back here. It's going to be fun. We are going to have a good time this week. Just go bananas all week long. Thank you, Zeph. Thank you for being half of my brain, because Lord knows I don't have one. So how is Emmanuel doing? Let's see. Everybody say hello to Sharina. My Sharina. I had to do it. I'm sorry, honey. Emmanuel is not changing. So Emmanuel, however he was, he still is. You know, when we get the death card's about this evolution and what the universe is turning us into, or what our experiences are turning us into. And so Emmanuel's been pushed into a direction by the personal relationships that he has, the personal primary relationships that he gets into, his teaching relationships, his parenting relationships, and all things are pushing him to evolve and change. He is not doing it. And so it's almost like the universe is putting a brick on his head and not letting him get the things that he wants. So he really should listen to those teachers, no matter how bad the lessons are, no matter how painful those lessons are. So after we're done here, I'm going to go upstairs and I'm going to watch Crash on Netflix, which is an example of a relationship that you probably should get out of. I'm talking about Dominic Russo. Dominic Russo should have gotten out of that relationship with Mackenzie Shirilla much, much sooner. He would still be here if he did. But, we have these individuals that come into our lives. That's why, like, you have friends that will date the same type of archetype of person, because the universe wants them to learn a lesson. They want them to learn agency. They want them to learn how to speak up, how to say what they like, how to say what they don't like. And the universe will keep putting those same kind of people in front of us in this lifetime and in lifetime after lifetime if we don't learn the lesson. So it's super, super important that he start to open up his eyes no matter how much he dislikes the lesson that's being taught to him. You have to eat your broccoli sometimes. I like broccoli. I don't have a problem with it. Some people do. You have to eat the broccoli because it is good for you. He is in a broccoli eating situation, Miss Sharina. He keeps, what is the old saying? Borrowing from Peter to pay Paul. Like, he keeps doing that. And it's not conducive to his evolution, but it makes his life easier in the moment, makes the practical life easier in the moment. Now, I'm assuming that Emmanuel is someone who you are thinking about. So, were you one of these individuals that was supposed to teach Emmanuel one of these lessons? Were you a teacher in his world? You were, but I don't think that the classroom was built, if that makes sense. I mean, that's kind of a weird thing to say. Yeah, there were too many things in the way. And for you, actually, he was supposed to get the idea of having a meteor, MEATIER, meteor, like more enmeshed kind of meeting of the minds. There is something with him that he's like very closed off psychically. He really is, even if he's a spiritual person, he's very focused on the physical part of everything. Like, he's just kind of focused on like being a human. If he would just tap in and let that third eye open, he would be able to feel the lessons that he's supposed to be learning much more readily. He would kind of feel the emotions. So Lori Williams, the woman that I studied remote viewing with, Lori Williams says that the psychic ability comes through the body. And if he would just allow a little bit of magic to come in, he would feel where he's supposed to be and what he's supposed to be doing. He would do that. So he does need to kind of unlock that a little bit. So what should you do in the meantime? What should you do in the meantime? What should you do in the meantime? Sit tight for now, because he's inflexible. He's not going to move at this moment. He's not going to evolve. He's not going to come over. You don't have to worry about doing that. Do I see him coming back to you? At the moment, no. At the moment, let him do his own thing. Is he good for you? Oh boy. We got another super on the table. Thanks, guys. All right. Sit tight. Sit tight. I see you, Jazzy Bella. Got another Bella in the house. To go back to him, this is Temperance. Sorry, I know I have a little glare there, guys. To go back, if you force the situation and call him up and say, "Hey, baby, let's go out for coffee. Hey, baby, let's go to the south of France. I don't know what your budget is." If you were to do that, it would be it'd be a repeater situation. He's not going to learn anything. You're not going to learn anything. I would say just leave it as is right now. What's the best thing you need to do? Because I see your little picture there. You are as pretty as a button. You are cute as a button. Pretty as a picture. So what should you be doing right now? Let's not worry about Emmanuel. Let's find out what you should be doing. High Priestess, you tap into that as well. So stop being so terrestrial. Tap into yourself. Everybody's psychic. Everybody has this ability. I teach people that don't think they're psychic all the time. My husband is one of them. All of us have this ability. So I want you to tap into that and feel a lot more. So look for signs, dreams, those kinds of things. Start small, aim small, miss small. The messages are already coming through for you. You're already starting to get some of that. And it's going to show you the way to the next whiskey bar. Not whiskey bar, but it's going to show you the way to the next love. It's going to light up the path for you. So I tell people all the time, when the universe wants us to get to a destination, they make it really, really easy for us to get there. It's not as difficult as you think. Even if it requires a lot of toil and sweat and blood and tears, they're not as difficult as the places where we're not supposed to be. So hot girl summer, psychic girl summer, this is what you're going to have. It's going to be great. Sharina, I hope to see you back here. We're going to be here tomorrow. We're going to be here tomorrow too. So come on back. I've been on a huge break, like a 2-month break. So weird. Nobody does that. Nobody does that. So thank you so much for your contribution. We very much appreciate it. This is officially the last question of the evening. And we've got Jazzy Bella. Everybody do jazz hands with Jazzy Bella. Jazz hands. Jazz, and we need another round of drinks. Let's get another round of drinks. Oh, wait, do I have the, I'm going to drop some cocktails for the vertical. There, I dropped you guys some drinks over there. Bought a round for the vert. Whoop. Buying a round of tequila. Because Zeph is like a shot of tequila over there. You get scared as hell looking at it. You're like, oh my God, am I really going to drink that? What's going to happen next? Okay, so I'm going to switch decks and we're not going to go with that one. We're going to go with this one. Radiant Tarot. Radiant Rider Waite. Person on your mind. I think I'm going to do a shot of tequila after this, Zeph. I'm going to do a shot of tequila. I can't even say it. The tequila. We have some good tequila in this house too. People bring liquor here all the time when we have parties, and we don't drink it all. So it's like basically a bar. We basically have a bar here. Get rid of this so we don't keep getting reminded. All right. Person on Jazzy Bella's mind. Sorry, guys. I tried to kill that alert. Oh, for Pete's sake. Close. Sorry about that. Jennifer Good. For goodness sake. Whoa. Hello from Southern California. I used to live in Los Angeles. I also lived in Lake Tahoe on the California side. How'd you know my sinuses were getting funky? Here, Jennifer, we've been doing shots of tequila over here, so I'm going to drop you a shot of tequila. Here's a shot of tequila for you. There, have a few. Catch up, because we've all been drinking virtual shots of tequila for the last 2 hours. What happened to my hour live? I thought I was going to be on for an hour. Oh, what a lie. What a lie. All right. So person on your mind. Let me tune back in. Person on your mind. When will they break silence? So there's a fence up, but it's a split rail fence. I don't know if you're in the United States, but the split rail fence, it's like posts, and then it just has like a log in between. So there's a split rail fence up. So the fence is up, but it's not really a fence that's going to keep anything out. So when are they going to break their silence? Look at that. Hermit card. Let's talk a little bit about the Hermit card. Oh, you're in the US, so you know what a split rail is. Okay, great. So the Hermit card. What is the Hermit card? The Hermit card scares the bejesus out of all of my students because they go, oh, it's such a lonely card. Look at him. He's out there. He's all lonely. No, the Hermit card. And Melissa Sainova, who wrote the book, Kitchen Table Tarot and Kitchen Table Magic. She's a fantastic reader. So I think you can follow her on Facebook. I think she does Facebook and Insta, but she describes the Hermit as shut up and let me think. I love this. I love that concept for him because what the Hermit really is, the academic reading of this card, is the Hermit takes all of his knowledge from all of the years that he has, all of the experience, and he goes out into the frozen tundra so there are no distractions. So he can collate, coordinate, segregate, process all of the information that he's been carrying around. This is our moment in the study. This is where we sit down and we think about everything that is going on. The person on your mind is considering all options. Oh, Casey's got a question too. Casey, drop a question in there. Holy moly. Casey, all caps, please. Give me all caps. I guess we're sticking around for a little bit longer. So, what's a motivating factor for the person on your mind? No communication. This is someone who needs the quiet right now. I don't know if this is somebody who's studying. I don't know if they're doing something that's important. But basically, they need the quiet at the moment. They're trying to balance a bunch of things and they're locked up tight. So give him a little bit of grace, for now. I gotta tune in. Let's grab some obsidian here. You know, it's weird because I think April there was a window. I think there was a window open in April where person was considering reconnecting, reaching out, opening up those lines of communication. And then I get another one in August and September, August/September, I should say. And then I do get another one December. So I think that they're kind of biding their time for a little bit. Like it's almost like that April came and they were like, okay, maybe I'll reach out, like maybe, you know, like a little bit of sentimentality and trying to figure out what they were going to do. And then somebody handed them like a big pile of stuff to do. And they said, okay, now's not a good time. So I think as we move forward, I think August, September, November/December. I know that's a little bit of time to wait, but this is someone who is really considering all of their options and trying to make a really good informed decision. And so I think just wait a little bit on that. But Jazzy Belly, what? Don't go anywhere yet. Don't go anywhere yet. So what? No, not you. You go. You go. Don't pee yourself. Gregopedia. Leaving the room. Not dead. Gregopedia. Not dead. It's not dead. There's a rumor going around that my husband was gone. My husband? He's not going anywhere. I've known him my whole life. I've known him his whole life. All right, Jazzy Bella. What do you need to know, my dear? Boom. Look at that. Death. Transform yourself. Zephyr verified it's his voice. You can do anything with AI these days, Zeph. So transform. We just talked about the evolution that we get when we have the death card. The death card is not a bad card. The death card is about changing. And perfect, Casey. Thank you so much. Casey's officially the last question. I want to go upstairs and smoke that joint. 4:20 on my porch in a little while. So the death card is about evolution. It's about the changes that we go through in our life. It's about, progressing from being a student into being an adult, from being a girlfriend into being a wife, or from being an apartment dweller to a homeowner. It's about the evolution. And right now, Miss Jessie, yeah, I got you, Sylvia's daughter. Yes. You guys are awesome tonight. Thank you. Mwah. We're going to be back tomorrow. Don't worry. I hope everyone's doing it tomorrow. Where are you evolving? Jazzy Bella. So, Jazzy Bella, I'm gonna go out on a limb right now, and I am gonna say that the endeavors, the passion projects, the things that make your heart go, woohoo, this is fun. You're not doing enough of those. So one of the things is that you're actually in the process of strategizing the ways that you can bring more joy into the everyday things that you do. So does that mean transforming your work to incorporate some more fun things that you like? You're in hermit mode. Yes. Well, that happens like when we get into these developmental things, when we're starting to kind of grow and reach. So the hermit mode is okay, but this says you're not getting that happiness quotient in there. And this says that you're actually building it into your life. So this is what you're doing this summer. We're all having a hot girl summer. I'm sorry. We're all having a hot girl summer. I'm doing it. You do it. I had a bikini on for the first time in like 5 years. Thank you, Wagovi. So there's your hot girl summer, honey. You are laying the foundation for good stuff for you. You're focusing on your job. And this is bringing some more fun into that job and modifying some of the stuff. So there's a lot more good stuff. And this, I love. Look at all the queens that you got. So the queens, so the pages are dreamers, the knights are questers, the queens are nurturers and developers. They're the ones. So when I teach the suits to my students, I teach it like we're building a house, and it's a different house for the different suits. And so sometimes it's a tree house depending on the suit. And so the page gets the idea, the knight comes over and he puts all the hardware together and does all that. The queens come and put the cushions and put the curtains up, and they set the table and they bring up the cookies, and there's like, a little jug of lemonade there. They make it nice. We have the hardware is installed. The queens make it easy to work with. And that's what you're doing. You're making some easy processes. But I don't want you to focus on your job only, because I want you to bring this energy, this transformative energy, into your personal life. Bring the fun. Baby doll, get yourself a beach ball and go have some fun. You're going to lay out. You're going to have a big crazy umbrella, play loud music on the beach, whatever it takes. I want you to do this. Hot girl summer for you. You are a queen. You are taking charge. You are going to make the infrastructure great again. Rainbow Rose, good to see you, lovey. Good to see you. I'm seeing a lot of faces and names here that I missed. I miss you guys. All right. So, famous last words, last reading. I'm not going to say it again. But Jazzy Bella, thank you so much. You're going to have a great summer. We've got Casey Kramer with a big super on here. And the question is, you're a Scorpio. The person on your mind, does he love you? All right. First of all, you're a Scorpio. So I know that you're a good dancer. I know. And I'm not saying you dance, but you're a good dancer. You know what I'm talking about. It's a euphemism. I say that about all Scorpios. All Scorpios are good dancers. Anybody that hops in the sack with them goes, woo, that was great. Everybody that does that loves a Scorpio. Scorpio gets you with the stinger. So, person on your mind, does he love? He should. Let's see, person on your mind. They are always on my mind. You are always on my mind. Be careful with this one, okay? So, you know why I'm saying be careful. because this feels a little bit like a hit it and quit it kind of guy. All right. Now that doesn't mean that he's not going to like what you got, but I do think that this is one that's a little fickle. So you got to watch out. I don't know if B-Bear is still here. I'm bringing up Pisces, B-Bear. Bringing up Pisces. Those slippery fish. They like to go all over the place. So this is a little fickle. Pisces can be really fickle. People say about Cancers like me that we can be really fickle, but Cancers, they more get hurt and run off in the other direction, and it looks like they're being fickle. They're running for safety. But Pisces, and I don't know if this individual is a Pisces, but they can be very, very fickle. And if you add into that any kind of addictions or substance use, they can get extra fickle and they can get very, very complicated. I know this from experience, had 2 of them. So I would be a little bit careful. Humanaki in the house. He's a Libra. Thank you very much, Casey. I'm not saying he's a Pisces. I'm just saying he feels like a Pisces. He feels a little fickle. So I think that along with this carnal interest, there's also a little bit of manipulation here. And so I'm wondering if he's got some Pisces that's dominant in his sign, because or in his chart, because he does feel like he's a little bit manipulative, and does feel like, he's gonna come in and get what he wants, and then he's gonna go, and then you're not gonna get a phone call, and then you're gonna be crying in your crybaby soup, and gonna roll back up when that wears off. When you finally get yourself sorted, gonna roll back off. So come back in, be, oh baby, it's a wild world. So what do I say you do with this one? Nah, I'm going to say I think there's a better one. Let's see if we can find you a better one. I think there's a better one out there for you. Even if he's a good dancer, there's a lot of good dancers out there, baby. And sometimes you can teach them to tango when they know how to square dance, right? All right. So, Casey, let's find you a better man. Oh, there he is. Showed up right away. Oh, Casey, you got to open your eyes. You got to open your eyes, baby. There is someone who is looking at you. There is somebody who likes you very, very much, and they are not expressing it. At least not directly. They're not saying, you, me, movies, let's go get a cup of coffee. Like, they're not doing that. They're just content to kind of hang out behind the scenes. It's almost like, this is how I feel like this person is with you. And I don't know if you know who this is. They'll help you get dressed for a date. They'll tell you you look great. They'll say, let me drop you off. They'll go clothes shopping with you. They'll, give you a lot of opinions. This is somebody that feels like really good friend advice, but they're actually there because they just want to be next to you. And they're just not sure if you're going to say yes. And they don't want to screw up the friendship, but this is somebody who will touch your hair and go, here, let me fix this. This is somebody who tucks your tags back in when they're coming out of your shirt. This is somebody who's really, really interested, but it's not a past dating person. This is somebody who your friend, I don't know if you're not friends with them now, but it's not somebody you dated in the past. This is somebody who is really, did you ever see Grease 2? It's Michael. This one needs a motorcycle and the glasses, because he's a cool rider, a cool rider. I don't know if Michelle Pfeiffer regrets doing that movie, but I don't regret her doing it at all. But Thank you. Thank you very much, Zeph. Thank you for that. So, Humanaki. Humanaki, let's save it for tomorrow. I'm gonna star it and save it for tomorrow. Okay, we are gonna get to it. Oregon banning fishing and banning it. What sign is he? Oof, honey. I can tell you what he feels like. I don't know if I'm going to get the sign right because that's kind of not how my ability works. The theme was Anna was not attentive to her channel and now she's back. All right, so let me see. Professionally, this person is humming along, doing very, you know what? Like, it's so weird because I keep seeing Clark Kent. I keep seeing Christopher Reeve as Clark Kent. So it's like this unassuming guy who's really a powerhouse under the surface, really has a lot of ability and has a lot of drive. And he's just really insecure about connecting with people that he's romantically attracted to. At work, he's fine. You know, if he's reprimanded at work, he kind of crumbles for a day or so, but he doesn't let that show on the outside. He just says that on the inside. So there's absolutely a hidden agenda. Oh my gosh. Okay. Hang on. Hang on, Sharina. My Sharina. So he doesn't look like Christopher Reeve. God, if he did, oh my God, I would love. It's okay, Sharina. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You're good. You're good, baby. But he looks different in his day life and his personal life. He looks different. He absolutely looks different. My mother actually met Christopher Reeve on a flight. She was on the MGM flight and she bumped into him and it was before his accident, obviously. And she said she just bumped into this guy and she turned around and she just looked up and she was like, it's Superman. And she said her knees buckled. Oh, Sharina, thank you. It's my first day back. I haven't been here in a while. Glad to have you on board. Subscribe. On Thursday night, we're going to be doing love advice with my buddy Barney, but it's not going to be psychic stuff. It's going to be just good stuff. I need her 420. No, I got to go watch The Crash. I want to watch The Crash. I'm going to get high and then I'm going to watch The Crash. So back to this guy. So smart, steady, but has two different lives. Like he has a work life and then he's got like a private life. So like I think like in his private life, like he's like, I don't know, like doing taekwondo or something like that. Like nobody knows that. And like during the day, like he's just kind of like this unassuming person. I don't know. He's very cool. Not quiet, deep voice, really deep voice. Like not like really deep, but like has a really rich, deep voice. His voice sounds like coffee, sounds like really dark, delicious coffee. I know that's so weird, but this is how my ability works. Like I get kind of weird descriptions. But there's something about a chain. There's something about a chain, and I don't know if he has a wallet that he's got the chain or if it's a pocket watch. It sounds nuts, but there's some kind of chain on him, but only in his personal life, not in his professional life. So I don't know if you know this person, but there's something about a chain. Maybe he wears it. I think he goes to the gym a lot, and maybe it's a key, or maybe it's his work pass that he's got like on a chain. I don't know. Think about it, Casey. We'll figure out who this dude is. We'll figure out where he can find it. All right. Let me get to these last questions. Oh, wait, Casey, should you leave your job for a new one? We're going to wrap that up. Hang on. Should you leave your job for a new one? So this says absolutely good to look. So when I teach the ACEs, I teach the pages with them. And the reason why I do that is because the ACEs and pages are both new starts. The ACEs, we see the job listing. The pages, it's our first day at work. So what does that mean here? First day at work. Justice in reverse, 8 of swords. I say look. I say start looking, because I think you may even find that there's something within your company, because I'm not seeing that you leave as much as I see you bump up. I see you kind of move up. So, go to HR, look at your internal job board, see if there's something that you can kind of bump up into. This is an affirmation. Lily, my questions are closed, honey. I'm going to be back tomorrow. So tomorrow night, I'll be back here 3:00 New York time. Okay. So, but you stick around, because I've got a couple more questions that I'm going to read. Humanaki, I owe you like a million readings. I'm going to do a Humanaki live just for you. Maybe this weekend, maybe on Saturday, I'll do Humanaki live. I'm going to answer all the questions that Humanaki has sent me, because I am so far behind on everything. So look at the job board, and the position you're in is not exciting because there's a ceiling on it. There's no place to kind of move around. But if you look around and you let them know that you want to elevate, they're going to listen. So give them that opportunity to not lose you. You let them know. So when I was working at the brokerage, my boss, he was my manager after a while, but he was my underwriting partner, and he went to them and he said, I need to move up. I need to do something here. And they actually created a job for him. It was really cool. It was an old position that they had let kind of go to the wayside after one of the leaders left. And they reinvigorated the job, and they plugged him in there. So, that companies do that all the time. They'll say, okay, let's open this up and we'll put some people in. But Casey, come back tomorrow. Hang out with us tomorrow. We'll have some fun. There's going to be a lot of people in here. Sylvia's daughter, one of my favorites. Good to see you. Oh, you're a broker. I was an insurance broker. I did malpractice insurance for attorneys. So nice broker. Nice. I know how that goes. Sometimes brokerages, they sit up at night figuring out ways to take our commissions away from us, don't they? How can we screw our producers and brokers today? So, dropping cards. Drop it like a top. Drop it like a top. Oh, Medicare. Ooh, nice. Malpractice is fun. The attorney's malpractice is really fun. It's a wild and crazy world. So, all right. Sylvia's daughter. When will your son get a job? I can't believe he's still hanging out there. Let's get him a job. What is going on? Boom. Ah, look, Sylvia, I keep getting the fool for this. So that looks really good, right? The fool, in terms of timing, the fool is now. It's happening right now. It's in play. He needs to, I'm going to say check his spam. Check his spam, because somebody is knocking at his door, but he's not getting the message. That's why this knight is in reverse. He's got to not, he's got to make sure that he follows up on those applications. He's got to make sure that nothing's going into his spam, because sometimes acceptance can go into spam. It can do that. Here, summer, this is a start. Sun is also in a day, in a year. Because this is immediate, this is a day, and this is summer. We're in summer. Well, we're 20 days away from official summer, but we're well in it. So it's on the threshold. It's on the doorstep. What is the holdup? Check his email. Check his email. Look, we've got another pentacle in reverse. These are physical, tangible things. So I think this email is getting kind of chucked over to the opposite place. Oh, Dave Murphy is back. Dave Murphy, I thought you were sleeping again. No, I'm kidding. I figured you were busy. So you went to breakfast. Good for you. Good for you, Dave. It's nothing like going out to breakfast, right? Love having breakfast made for me. So Sylvia's daughter, have him go through all of his contacts, anything that he applied to that he really, really liked. Make sure that he's following up on that and really check that spam. I'm going to say it again. Check his spam folder. I am wondering if the spam is in there. He has a temp summer job. Are they going to offer him permanent position? I don't think so. I think there's another way for him. Oh, maybe not. Huh. This says that, oh, I'm sorry. Let me, whoop. This right here says that they may have something a bit more exciting and transformative for him. But he's going to have to get out of their roster and kind of move over into something else. So just tell him, check the spam folder. I'm telling you, check the spam folder. I think he's got someone that's interested, but it went into a different envelope or different folder. So, but best of luck to him. Absolutely get to doing that. So Humanaki, I am answering this question. How successful will Oregon be in banning fishing and hunting? I mean, what? Oh, you are very welcome, my friend. Thank you for continuing to support my channel and my business. You guys are all awesome. I thank all of you that are still here in the chat. New people, I thank you for coming on board. Good to see some new names and faces here. Love that. Hardest working psychic on the internet, not including the last 2 months. So how successful will Oregon be in banning fishing? Let's do fishing, hunting. Oh my God, guys. Oh my God. So things are going to get really interesting in Oregon. The leadership in government is absolutely ready to go in that direction. They are under the impression that, I'm saying it, that they're going to get federal money for preserving wildlife. That's the impression they're under. They are going to be the example, the great experiment up there in Oregon. They're going to do that. Is it going to get passed on the ballot? There are going to be restrictions on fishing and hunting. Is it going to be wholesale? It's not going to be wholesale. They are going to, it's really going to clamp down. Hunting, I think, takes They're going to do a lot more with hunting than they are with fishing. But the ramp up for this, and this won't happen in the next year, it's going to happen gradually. They're going to make it more and more difficult to hunt and fish. So, making the permits more expensive, and you can only hunt with this, you can only fish with this. It's got to be this specific kind of pole that has, a unicorn hair as a core, like Harry Potter. They're gonna eventually make it so that you have to jump through all of these hula hoops to go out for a weekend. They're really gonna make a mess out of it. Is it going to stop the hunting and fishing? No. This is very, very foolish, because part of it, and there are people that are already talking about the revenue grab when they bust people doing this. It's not going to be punishable by getting sentenced to jail time. I mean, there is going to be the threat of jail time, but for the most part, it's all going to be a revenue builder. That's what this is going to be turning into, and that's what we're going to hear. Also, I will say this, that there are going to be pockets of wilderness areas where people already are congregating and have structures and houses and buildings and things like that. What's going to happen is we're going to see those kinds of areas almost like secede from the local government in behavior, not in a revolutionary kind of bold way like Chad or anything like that. They're going to, and that was in Seattle. They're going to just start functioning like under their own rules, and they're going to start to look out for each other. So, Bob, today, if you want to go fishing, you just go down there. Like the little local Andy Griffith is going to kind of direct the traffic where it needs to go. Zeph, I think that they're under the impression, some of these people that are counting money, I think they're under the impression that they're going to be able to recoup the revenue that they're losing by punishing people that break those rules. So do we see wholesale bans on hunting and fishing? No, but we see modification of what they're going to do. The rules are going to get stricter. It's going to be more complicated. They're going to make it really difficult to be able to do it, and really expensive. And eventually their plan is going to be to take up revenue grabs from people that break the law. So breaking the law. So that's what I think we're going to see. Are we going to see any funny business on the voting? Of course we are. It's going to be really obvious. So, all right, this is officially the last question. Oh, officially the last question. And then I'm going to go upstairs and exercise my rights as a citizen of New Jersey. Emmanuel is in a relationship right now with someone else. How is that going? My first read was accurate. Oh, fantastic. Psychic score. Let's do it. We're going to celebrate psychic score. Where's my little video? I got to get to it. All right. Shuffling away on those. Fantastic. Sharina, I actually love it when people tell me if I'm hitting it or if I'm not hitting it. Some people, they don't want anybody to say anything negative, but if I'm going in a wrong direction, I like people to put me back on the path. So I appreciate you giving me some confirmation there. So reminder, guys, if you want a little bit more, there's a link in the description of this video. There's a link in my about section. I am open for private readings every night. And I also have text and WhatsApp readings.
that are very inexpensive. I actually dropped the price on those recently to make it a little bit more affordable with this crazy economy that we have going on. Text and WhatsApp readings you can get all the time from like 9 to 9 my time. Just send it off and I will send you a text or a WhatsApp with your reading done. I also have 3 every week. There are 3 available half-hour sessions that are pay what you can. You get to pay any price. It's a half hour. It's a legit reading with me. We sit there, we talk, we have a great time. And if you want to stay a little bit extra, if there's no one behind you, we can stay a little extra, whatever you want to do. But it is the way that I make my readings available to everybody. So if you want, grab one of those pay what you can readings and get a private session with me. Or you can just do the full hour. Thanks, Dave, for the psychic score. Instant reading psychic score. Let's go. All right. So, how is his relationship going? Not so good. Oh, really not so good. What's the problem here? What's the problem? Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. Ooh. Now, and I hope you guys can see. Let me move that a little bit better. There we go. There we go. So there's a lot of stressful cards here. So the 9 of Swords is stressful. The 7 of Swords is stressful. The 5 of Cups is, really not looking at the good things. So remember what I said about Emmanuel? He's not learning the lesson from the teachers that are put in front of him. Look at what he's doing over here. He's turning away from the lessons. He's turning away, and he wants to go to the bad side. He wants to go to the dark side. Luke, I am your father. Kylo Ren, Adam Driver is filming a movie not far from me. I'm going to go over there and eyeball it a little bit. Not far from me. He's filming Rabbit, which is a Netflix film, and they built like a whole truck stop at this place. I'm actually going to take a picture of it tomorrow when I go over there, and I will share it on my YouTube channel. Thank you, Zeph, for dropping that link. And don't forget, guys, if you want to keep the magic alive, you can always make PayPal donations to me so I can go to the dispensary or buy my kid an ice cream. I actually made chocolate gelato yesterday, and I made corn and raspberry ripple ice cream. Don't ask. I will explain what that's all about. That doesn't have chunks of corn in it. But Emmanuel is just not looking at the people that are giving him lessons. So this is like he's sick in the hospital and we're trying to give him a spoonful of medicine. He's going, no, I don't want it. I don't want it. And that causes him to run. That causes him to run to other people. So I don't know if he has been stepping out occasionally. But it does cause him to kind of scoot out of there, because if somebody's shoving medicine in your mouth and somebody over there is saying, you don't have to take that medicine, you can hang out with me. He goes and he hangs out with them. So he's also operating on a very fast pace. Like if things get boring and staid and if we have to eat our broccoli, he's like, I'm just going to move it on out. I'm just going to buzz through that. So I don't think the relationship is great. And it's not because of the other party. It's really because Emmanuel just doesn't want to take on those lessons that are being given to him. He's not absorbing them. So where's this thing headed? One card. Where's it? So when I teach the magician, I tell, when he's in the upright, I tell my students he's like Gomez Addams in the original TV version of the Addams Family. So he's like very flirty and complimentary and fun and debonair and charming, but he's never, ever, ever going to cheat on Morticia, because Morticia's the love of his life, mon cher. Now, isn't that what he said, mon cher? Mon cher. Yes, and he would kiss up her arm, and then they would tango. When the magician goes in reverse, the magician becomes flirty, suggestive, he's more like the little king in the Betty Boop cartoon where he's holding Betty Boop's hand. She's on the running board of the car and the queen's in the car with him. Yeah, little Betty Boop, Trampy. She's cute though. So I do think that the relationship, if this is how, and you don't have to say it, Sharina, in the comments, if he sabotages his relationships by jumping into another one, or if his relationships kind of bleed over each other, he's headed in this direction. Lady Nim, thank you, my dear, for being here. I'm honored to have you in my chat. Thank you very, very much. Come back and visit us tomorrow. We're going to be here tomorrow night too. So I do think that he's going to kind of cross the streams, blur the romances, and he's going to screw it up. He's going to screw it up. So, I hate to say that, but you don't want to pick up the pieces from this. Let him sit in this, not in the German colloquialism where you say, "This is so delicious, I could sit in it." I can't remember how the phrase goes, but you say, "Oh, yeah, I think he dodged a bullet." But you know what? I think he needs to learn, how to be a better partner. He needs to learn to be a better partner. So, it's easy when things get complicated to run to a more recreational relationship, and that's I think what happens. Like it gets a little bit more intense. Wife of a grumpy Marine sent 200 jewels. Thank you. Yay. Thank you, wifey. It's good to see you in the chat. We're going to be back here tomorrow, wifey. Come back tomorrow. So, it's a lot easier to have fun than to go to school or go to work. So he's one of them. So let him learn his lessons. Let him learn. And in the meantime, we can all learn from his example. So, guys, this was an amazing live. I'm so glad we did it. We're going to be back here tomorrow at 3:00 New York time. And on Thursday, it's going to be late Thursday night. I think we said 9:00. Thursday, 9:00 New York time. Barney and I will be doing a dating advice show. So we'll stream it, I think, on both channels. I'm not sure, but I think on both channels we'll do it. And it's going to be a great time. Barney's the Barnosphere. He is a hoot. We have a very funny backstory, but we vibe great together. And so, my people and his people, we're a lot different. Our communities are a lot different, but we're going to bring it together. We're going to give some dating advice because you know what? The world, the end is near. None of us want to be alone. So come hang out with us. So yes, love in the end of times. The end is nigh. Don't face it alone. Barney and I are going to help you guys with your love life. It's going to be a great time. You guys are going to love it. So yes, wifey, Dave caught COVID from me. And guys, Dr. Patrick is here. I want to do a special thank you for Dr. Patrick being here. I want to give him a gong. Or in the interwebs. He's a super cool guy. Always super nice to me. So guys, I'm going to go upstairs. I'm going to smoke a joint. I'm going to watch The Crash. I don't know if those two things go together. I may switch it up and watch a Mel Brooks movie. But mods, thank you guys. You are all here. I need you. We had a little smash and grab going on the vert, and we took care of it. Right, Zeph? Right. We took care of it. We got it. I'm going to go 420 and watch The Crash. Maybe I won't watch it. But all of you good people, meet you back here tomorrow. I'm going to set up the live before I go so you can go and set yourself up a reminder. So you'll see the same thumbnail. All right, kids. Thank you very, very much. You guys were incredibly generous tonight. I am going to go about my business, and I hope that everyone has an amazing day or an amazing evening, an amazing afternoon, wherever you are in the world. I will see you in the future tomorrow. Good to be back.